Softness is not passivity. It's not letting people walk all over you. It's not pretending that everything's okay when it isn't. Softness is an inner stance, not an external submission. It's the quiet power of choosing your response instead of being dragged by reaction. It's about staying in your own energy and not giving your power away to people who are mean, frustrated, and negative. It's not letting them rule your life. Welcome to Soul Time, a show that explores the world of unlocking your unique potential. My name is Dr. Katja Markowka and I'm a teacher at school, a former teacher at universities, and a stress and mental coach. And I'm your host. We live in a world that often rewards hardness, where being guarded, quick, and detached is mistaken for strength. But what if the real power doesn't come from closing off, but from staying open? What if the bravest thing you can do is keep your heart soft even after life gives you every reason not to? Most of us didn't start out guarded. As children, we loved freely, we trusted easily, we said what we felt. But then, little by little, life happened. Disappointment, rejection, judgment, and slowly we started building armor around our hearts. We learned to smile when we were hurt, to hold back tears when we wanted to cry, and to say, I'm fine, even when we weren't. People told us things like, don't be so sensitive. You need thicker skin. Stop taking things so personally. But the more we tried to toughen up, the further we drifted from who we truly were. Because that softness, that empathy, and that openness wasn't weakness at all. It is our essence. And the world often mistaken hardness for power, but real strength is not the absence of emotion. It's the ability to feel deeply and still stay grounded. To laugh even when it would be easier to turn cold. To speak with grace even when anger feels more satisfying. Every time you choose compassion over control, gentleness over ego, or patience over reaction, you are practicing strength that most people never learn. Let's clear something up. Softness is not passivity. It's not letting people walk all over you. It's not pretending that everything's okay when it isn't. Softness is an inner stance, not an external submission. It's the quiet power of choosing your response instead of being dragged by reaction. It's about staying in your own energy and not giving your power away to people who are mean, frustrated, and negative. It's not letting them rule your life. Think about it. It takes no strength to hurt back or to shut down. But it takes immense courage to stay calm in the middle of chaos and be the foundation of love, to speak truth without aggression, to say no without guilt. Softness doesn't mean you avoid boundaries. It means you set them from love, not fear. It's the difference between saying, I'm done with you, and I care, but this behavior isn't healthy for me. That's real maturity. The ability to stay connected to your own values, even when others don't. Softness says, I can love you and still protect my peace. I can understand your pain and still not take responsibility for fixing it. And I can be kind without being controlled. That's not weak. That's leadership of the heart. And here is where it gets real, because softness sounds beautiful until you have been hurt. It's easy to stay soft when life is kind, when people treat you gently, when love feels safe, when the world meets you halfway. But softness isn't really tested in those moments. It's tested when things fall apart, when someone betrays your trust, when you give your best and it's not seen, when your kindness is met with silence or indifference. When someone betrays you, disrespects you, or let you down, your nervous system doesn't say, let's stay open. It says, never again. It builds walls and calls them safety. And for a while, that's absolutely okay. Healing needs protection. You can't bloom while you are still bleeding. But there is a turning point, a moment when the walls that once protected you start to cage you. You find yourself craving connection, peace, and lightness, but they can't reach you behind the armor. That's when staying soft becomes an act of bravery. Not because it's easy, but because you are choosing to live again. It's the moment you decide. I'm not going to let the people who hurt me decide how loving I will be. I won't let the past define how open I am to the future. Softness after pain doesn't mean forgetting. It means reclaiming your power, the power to respond with intention, not reaction, to feel again, to trust yourself again. That's real healing. Not the absence of hurt, but the decision to keep your heart alive through it. And staying soft and spreading love is a daily practice. It's not something you achieve. It's something you choose again and again, day after day, even when it's not easy. It's in the way you talk to yourself after a hard day, the way you forgive slow progress instead of shaming yourself for not being there yet, the way you choose to pause before reacting, to breathe before replying. Softness shows up in small moments, smiling at someone who looks defeated, listening without trying to fix, and letting silence hold space instead of words filling it. It's in choosing gratitude over complaint, grace over comparison, and empathy over ego. Softness doesn't make you weak. It makes you magnetic. It's the quiet energy that disarms tension, heals relationships, and reminds others of what's real. Because true softness isn't about being untouched by life. It's about being shaped by it, yet still choosing love. So here is what I want you to remember. Softness is strength in motion. It's not loud. It doesn't demand attention. But it changes everything it touches. When you stay soft, you become the calm others didn't know they needed. You remind people, and yourself for sure, that gentleness is not the opposite of power. It's the highest form of power. You don't have to harden to protect yourself. You can trust your boundaries, your discernment, your heart. And in doing so, you will start to live from peace, not defense. So this week, I want you to ask yourself, where am I confusing hardness with strength? And what would it look like to bring just a little more softness into that space? Because staying soft, especially after you have been hurt, is not a weakness. It's the quiet, steady proof that love still wins. Welcome to Soul Time, a show that explores the world of unlocking your unique potential. My name is Dr. Katja Makowka, and I'm a teacher at school, a former teacher at universities, and a stress and mental coach. And I'm your host.